deal with airplane peanuts.
My son was showing, I told him I was going to interview you today, and he was showing me clips this morning, and I saw the rant you did about your aunt who badmouthed you. I don't even know if you can talk about that, because I think it led to a suit, didn't it?
She didn't sue me.
Oh,
but she did come close to it.
Yeah.
She was dissuaded from other members of the family. She was very unhappy about that.
Yeah.
But she started.
She started it, and then you called her a pedophile.
That is true.
So if you've got a friend who has something in their teeth, do you tell them?
Not if it's a girl.
So, okay, get this. I was at the Pro Bowl 2 years ago, and one of the reporters there, I was kind of going down the line. You have to talk to a certain amount of people, and she probably interviewed like 6 people before she got to me, and she just had a huge like piece of spinach in her front 2 teeth. Yeah. And I was like, you were just on air with 6 people, and no one told you. You have a camera guy with 4 feet from your face. I told her right when I started the interview, I was like, you have something in your teeth. I was like, I would be so embarrassed if I just had something in my teeth the entire time and no one told me. Like, come on, I thought we were friends.
And women, that shakes them to the core.
Oh,
it's almost like telling them they don't even exist.
Nothing hotter than a woman drinking a martini.
Hey,
that is the hottest.
Sexy. Fisting. Yeah. All right, you got me there.
I was going for cocktails.
I see.
Maybe when she's kissing another girl.
Oh, I had to get woken up at 8 a.m.
Who woke you?
Phil Dude, he pounds on the door like he's serving a fucking warrant. It's fucking crazy, dude. Nothing bothers me more. Doosh, doosh, doosh. Get up. That's how he fucking does it.
That's the best.
It's so fucking annoying, dude. Then I'm furious. And then my mom's yelling. She's like, Jane. She's like a cat, dude. She'll stand outside your door. Jane. Come on, let's go.
Oh my God.
Gotta get moving.
Oh my God.
Shut up.
You're having like grade school flashbacks.
Dude, I had a wild night. Yo, I also, I know, these are my dreams, dude. I have wild dreams.
She's some cat. Dude.
She really sits outside your door and just goes, Shane. Come on.
And just rubs the wall.
Let's get moving.
Oh my
Let's
God.
get moving.
Dude.
They have so many women have so many dumb phrases.
Legion of Skanks, you guys got painted with this broad brush that you weren't.
Right.
Like I remember the best was you were called a Nazi.
Yeah.
A Jewish guy was called a Nazi.
Over and over.
Over and over.
And they don't accept I'm Jewish as a reason for not being a Nazi. That's the best part. They're always like, and? I'm like, yeah, I think the signups wouldn't go well for me. And they're like,
I think we're on the other side of the fence, guys.
Like, even if I wanted to join, they'd be like, does this say here you're Jewish? I'm like, yeah. Is that going to be a problem, guys? Yeah, I'm Jewish. Is that a thing still?
I don't know if I'm at liberty to say, but there's a couple of stories of famously, maybe the audience can guess. A stagehand told me, and I'm not going to say what city it was in. They can put all these pieces together. Stagehand said one of the toughest guests we've ever had was this performer, this gentleman. And he walked in and he said, it's shit, but I'll need a catwalk. And they said, a catwalk? He said, I'll need a catwalk. Where? Where did the catwalk go? Well, this is a stage and there's chairs and those are, you can't. And he said, well, I guess I'll just leave town then. And left and decided the gigs are going to be canceled. Fuck it. Unless this person has built a catwalk. And sure enough, 2 days later, the catwalk was built. And did the person use the catwalk the entire performance? No.
Bobby Lee.
Can I say something?
What?
I love you so much.
I love you. Now what's wrong with you?
I
love you so much.
I'm honestly gonna miss you. I'm missing you in my heart.
I'm so sick
already.
right now. Anyway, thank you, and I love you too.
And I love you more than I think I've ever loved.
I love you more
man.
than anything on the man.
Should we just say something to her right now?
Bitch.
Whoa!
I used to have this red tractor, right? Like I used to have this red hard plastic tractor.
This is a toy.
A toy with
had
this
like a
farmer on top of it. The farmer used to get off and like fuck with me. Like when I was by myself, the farmer would get off the red tractor and like talk to me and shit. And I used to tell my mom and they'd be like, okay, whatever. And then, we used to have to burn trash like in the yard. So I took the red plastic tractor and threw it on the fire. And the guy was screaming.
Whoa. He couldn't get off the tractor then?
Why did he get off?
If there's a good point, if there's a good time to get off the track.
He's going down with the ship.
I'm watching a documentary about the International Space Station. I'm 6 episodes in and nobody's addressed burping and barfing. How do you take a shit in space? And most importantly, how does one masturbate in space? Because those particles, the ejaculate turns into those balls of of hardened liquid, right?
Can you imagine the first? Because it's been done.
It's
definitely been done, and it's like you're just thinking like, I'll just wipe it up, whatever. You're not thinking about it, and then suddenly just a cloud of space jizz that you can't catch drifting under the cube.
Can you imagine when you're like really doing work too? You're really working. You're doing something that actually has real implications, and then that wad flies by your face, like, and you're like, Tom,
Come
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, especially if you're like, there's only 2 guys on there, and you know it's not you.
Yeah,
because it's gonna get in the it would get in the equipment.
That's the gears. Problem. Yeah, it gets in the
And what if that's what took it down? Like they would
Challenger?
never say. What if
That's what caused the challenge.
Somebody jerked off right when they got into zero
The Challenger
gravity.
was at takeoff, so there's no gravity.
That's what they want you to think.
I heard Korean Facebook's fucking confusing as shit.
Is this true? Is Korean Facebook
trying to tag yourself in a photo, you're like, is that me? No, that's not me. Is that my mom? It's like, shit, I'm in all these pictures. It's like, fucking Mardi Gras, baby.
You know, at one point in my life, I would have enjoyed that joke, but now...
Leanne, we have had Bert on. We know he's certified garbage. We do want a little bit of a background check on you. We know you're from rural Georgia.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you
give
know
us a little bit of that
rural?
backstory.
No, how rural? How close was your closest neighbor?
Well, I grew up on a road called Dot Road.
Okay. All right.
Oh, hold on. They get worse. Hold on. Nobody has ever said I grew up on a road.
I did. It was Dot Road.
Yeah.
Dot Road was not paved when I was a kid, but it became paved as I grew up.
Okay.
We were related to everybody on the whole 1.5 mile long road. And the end of the road was a community called Bug Scuffle.
I told you. I brought a fucking baller in here.
Bert's bringing in fucking ringers, dude. That ain't fair. What the fuck, man?
Funny thing about Bud Scuffle, they were all doctors. So how long does the land go back in your family?
Well, there's a church on the land that's in my family, and I think the sign on the front says 1840.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We got married in that church.
We got married in that church.
Really?
Yeah. It's a one room, white clapboard, 1 room church. Yeah.
Her
dad's
grandfather
the
went to
pastor?
school in that church.
Both my grandparents went to school in that church. He rode the
It
mule
was also
down
the
the
hospital,
street.
I think, too.
Right? Could be.
A couple of heart transplants in that place.
There was a swingers lounge at once. Tell them that story.
Breakfast for dinner? You don't get excited about that?
No.
Breakfast for dinner is dinner to me.
But no, if this is your only argument,
No,
you better
it's
step
not.
it up.
No, it's not.
You better
But
step it up because this
breakfast
is going
is one of
nowhere.
the only
breakfast
places.
for dinner.
Breakfast is one of the only meals that I will wait in line for. Like I'll go to like a nice like arty breakfast place and wait in line.
Okay.
That says it all, babe.
Who's waiting in line for dinner?
Nobody. I'm not.
Because you don't wait in line for dinner. What are you going to a freaking?
What are you nuts? You wait in line for dinner?
Fast food?
How many? What are you crazy? How many restaurants you go to? They go. It's a 45-minute wait for dinner. What are you talking about?
None.
Yeah. Well, sorry.
Well, when him and Ice-T when they're done playing Mortal Kombat.
I'm sorry. They tell you.
He gets his own table because he videotaped himself peeing into the soup in the back for fucking True TV.
Chris DiStefano is a physical therapist, which is not a doctor.
It's not a doctor.
Oh, it's not? No. And by the way, the first time...
cancer. Leg lifts are not doctors.
One of the first times I hung out with DiStefano, we played basketball. This is like 10 years ago, and a guy sprained his ankle, and DiStefano was like, I'm a physical therapist, and he gave him advice. He's like, I forget what he said, do this and that, pressure, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And the next day, this is Sarah's roommate. His ankle had fucking blown up. Like, it was just massive and purple. And then the guy went to the emergency room, and they were like, who told you that? Are you kidding? And I can't tell if Chris is just
Dr.
retarded or if he
Stefano.
was fucking with him.
Right. Did you ever tell him that?
No, I haven't. He doesn't talk to me anymore. He's very successful. But we used to be pretty.
Much like the 1975, I'm almost certain he's not a fan of my comedy.
There you go. Well, no, I got. By the way, I got clarification from the 1975 that they actually do like my comedy.
Oh,
So
yeah, they have to. Now you said it on fucking Rogan,
Yeah.
and they became a thing.
Yeah.
Before they were 1975, that was just 2 years after I was born.
Yeah.
Now they're fucking the thing, and they're like, yo, I guarantee you they're fucking. This is what sucks about the 1975. Fuck them. You know what? They were true to their their artist roots when they didn't like you. That's who the fuck they are. And then they found out Rogan could get them over, and they're like, Chrissy Wizzy? I love Chrissy Chaos. You fucking pussies. You should have said, I still hate you. You should have doubled down and been like, fuck Chris Stefano and fuck his sunglasses.
Oh my God, I would have came all over them.
Yo, I think I realized why you're always funnier than your guests on this pod is because this mic cuts out every like fifth word.
Every time he
So
talks.
you notice I talk slower
you
now.
QAnon
You
now?
see, I talk slow. I'm talking like Ice Cube raps now. See that?
Yeah.
You cut out a word. Yo, y'all do that on purpose so people don't have timing. They're not as funny as you.
No, that's not what you're.
This is so
This is what you're
fucking
doing.
Asian. This is
Oh,
so
fuck,
Asian.
Eddie, this is what you're doing.
So Asian.
So it's good to be here. That's what you're doing.
Yo,
just speak normally.
Yo.
Yeah.
No, this is.
Yeah, let me just start.
Yo, you're cheating, man. Yo,
bro.
Now I'm not gonna be as funny as you because every fifth word cuts out, and I gotta talk like Ice Cube.
It's fine.
Podcasting stats for March. Bert Kreischer made the most guest appearances last month, going on an incredible 12 total podcasts, including Flagrant, The Joe Rogan Experience, Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, Good For You, Take Your Shoes Off, The Honest Papas Hour, Are You Garbage, Chrissy Chaos, Kill Tony, Bustin' With the Boys, and The Fighter and the Kid. The most viewed episode from last month was Kale Sonnen on Flagrant, which is currently sitting at over 2.1 million views. And round 2 of this year's Podcast March Madness tournament kicks off tonight. You can go vote on your favorite clips right now by clicking the Podcast March Madness link in our bio. Thank you for watching this video, and be sure to subscribe to Joke World right now to stay in the comedy loop.